All right, everyone. Welcome back to the Conduit. We are getting ready to come to you with a very special show today. We are downtown in the Bremerton Courthouse. It is Friday, and Judge Tracy Flood, who has been presiding today, will be having kids from Catalyst come on in, and then also the Washington State Patrol. So you can see them over there. So, and there is Judge Flood there in the distance. So, we're going to have a really good show. Uh, so, tune in, and this should be a really good one. So, we're definitely excited. All right. See, we already got folks in the chat. Hey there, Rev. How you doing? All right. So, right now, they're getting the kids set up. All right. Uh, for the dents, please, for whatever reason. Oh wait, that might be better. Give me one more text just to make sure that it doesn't come through on there. Good afternoon, BK. How are you doing? You can see Washington State Patrol there in the background. They're actually going to bring in their dog, which is awesome. Which I believe that their dogs are actual officers, and so they're going to do a demonstration today, which would be a lot of fun. And so there's a lot of them here today. So we'll be having a really good time. And so this is a really great opportunity to um, share this experience with the kids early on, maybe stimulate, their interest in the judicial system. And so I think that's really fantastic. Stimulate, their interest. All right, that sounds pretty good. All right. So stay tuned. Uh, and they will be coming in shortly. But this will be a really fantastic learning opportunity. And, of course, it'd be great if all kids can come down and be a part of this. Again, you can direct other kids to come and take a look if they can't come down or if their school isn't going to do a field trip. We will also be here next Friday. Also, I believe there's going to be older kids here next Friday. So that will really be awesome. Uh, so, yes, please go ahead and stand by. As I told you, the conduit is going to be doing a lot more things out in the community. And here we are. We've got a really busy run up coming up. While we're waiting, we might as well remind people of the pancake breakfast that's coming up soon. So that is next Wednesday at New Horizon. And again, that address is a 4040 Wheaton Way, and that is Suite 203. And that's April 27th at 11 a.m. So, come on down. Uh, Mayor Wheeler is in the house. We saw him a little bit earlier. And then next Thursday, I will be announcing it all week. Uh, we will have, hey, how you doing, Judge?
Hi. I'm not sure. I can't remember whether Judge Flood wanted me. She wants me to sit with her on the bench, but I don't think they're going to be on the other room first or this room first. Do you know?
I do not know.
Okay.
I am so sorry, Judge.
Okay, that's great. I'm almost there.
So we're going to have our first ambassador neighborhood event. We're going to pull out the grills. Man, we got some really nice grilling equipment. The food is going to be fantabulous. 4 to 6 p.m. next Thursday, right next to Olympic College. I will make the details available soon so that you have those, but you're not going to want to miss that. And Sabrina, do you think it's time for us to do another giveaway?
Oh, yes. I always think it's time for another giveaway.
So we've been working hard on our candles and getting it going. And so we need to give away some more of these candles to make sure that we are experts in what it is we do before we start putting them on sale. So We're gonna have another giveaway coming up here really soon, so stay tuned. We'll try to think of some fun things. I went crazy because I didn't know what to do in regards to what gifts people would want. So I bought all these Amazon, Best Buy, and what was the other one? Amazon, Best Buy, and
You forgot.
oh yeah, there was another one. But what I was thinking was the gas prices are too high. Maybe I should do some gas cards and candles. You know what I'm
That would
saying?
be a blessing.
I think that might be hot. So stay tuned for that. We'll let you know.
Hey guys, Sabrina here. Just wanted to remind you guys to please not forget to share this live so that many more of your friends
I think they should come in
and
here.
family can join us. And thank you for your support. Appreciate your comments and your yeah,
Judge Flood, they come in. The kids in here.
thank you guys.
Don't be afraid to sit. Now, who's the volunteer that wants to be a prosecutor? Who wants to be a prosecutor?
Hi, Rev.
The prosecutor is the one that files criminal charges.
Oh, that's unfortunate, but I was just saying that please do not forget to share this live so that many more friends and families and people can join us and watch. And then I was saying that thank you and appreciate you for your support.
You wanted to be in the defense attorney. Right, I have two chairs up here for the prosecutor. Okay. Come on. Take one. All right, so then the adults can fill it. You have a question? Those are lawyers. So one's a defense attorney and then one's a prosecutor, but they're both lawyers.
What is this court setup going to be about?
So if your teacher informs you, we're gonna do a little.
We didn't just yet. The mayor was talking.
Okay. So,
I know about the skit, but what type of skit in the political?
it's not political.
I mean,
Nothing happening in this courtroom is gonna be political.
I
Okay,
didn't mean
but
that. Sorry.
hold tight and then we'll go over it with you, because you didn't get a chance to go over it.
Wait, what is this scenario going to be?
We're gonna go over it in a second, Jonathan.
Okay.
That's what Judge Flood said. Thanks.
Like before?
We're good. Hold on.
A lawyer.
We're not gonna talk about it. Thanks,
I'm gonna come back to your questions. It's Jonathan?
Jonathan.
I'll come back to your questions, Jonathan. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tracy Flood, the Birmingham Municipal Court presiding judge here. I also have a court commissioner that works part-time for me, and hopefully he'll make it after he finishes with court, downtown Port Orchard, which is Superior Court. So we're gonna just do a quick introduction. And that introduction is gonna explain to you what you're probably more than aware of, the different branches of government, which is executive, legislative, and judicial. So here at the courthouse is judicial. The mayor is the executive branch. And legislative is when you talk about political. So all different separate branches of government. So what we're gonna do first is, again, just kind of introductions. I'm gonna introduce you to our Washington State Patrol, and they're gonna talk to you about the job that they do. And their job entails a canine unit. They're gonna do a presentation for us. And with me today also is retired Judge Robin Hunt, who is from the Court of Appeals. So when it comes to the different judicial branches, you guys have been learning in class a little bit about what's happening at the Supreme Court of the United States. And that's the highest court in our land. Locally, we have what's considered administrative courts, which is the Washington State. They deal with if you get a ticket going across the Narrows Bridge for a toll. So that's kind of administrative. They deal also with some child support hearings, different types of hearings. So that's kind of the administrative court levels where it's looked at as kind of quasi judicial, not necessarily that they wear black robes like we do here at the state and county level and the city level. Next, you have the municipal court. The municipal court is a court of limited jurisdiction, just like the district court. We have those courts of limited jurisdiction. We deal mainly with criminal matters. And those criminal matters for the municipal court and the district court are misdemeanors and gross misdemeanors. There's some civil actions that take place that in our court surrounds protection orders, not so much what there being issues around courts and equity with our constitution. That's a whole nother conversation. So, but then we have courts that are a step above the municipal and district courts, which becomes those courts that is superior court, which has, if there's an issue that happens in municipal court or district court, can be appealed to superior court. And then there's the next level, the Court of Appeals. Then there's the Washington State Supreme Court. Then there's the U.S. Supreme Court. So those are the different levels of courts. So today, once we have the presentations, you will go through a little skit, and those are going to be issues that come up in the municipal court and district court, and possibly superior court, depending on how it's charged in juvenile courts. And juvenile courts are a part of superior court. So welcome, thank you for being here. Hope you enjoyed your lunch. And then I'm going to let the mayor greet you from our executive. Say hello.
Thank you, Judge. Okay, so, and I've already talked with a lot of you already. And so, as the judge said, I'm the executive, part of the executive branch. And as mayor, I'm the head of the executive branch. And some of the operations you see out here with police, fire, parks department, streets, those are all operations that ultimately I receive reports from directors who oversee each individual. So I have a police chief, fire chief, directors for parks, directors for water and sewer and stormwater, important things like that. And so those folks all report back to me. And I coordinate all operations in the city and day-to-day functions. And I'm elected, I'm independently elected by the citizens of Bremerton. As the judge said, I'm just one part of the three branches of equally important three branches of government. We have the city council also elected from individual parts of the city districts, and of course the judge is independently elected and head of the judicial branch of our government. And so this is a wonderful opportunity. And I mentioned that earlier, but please seize this as a great opportunity to learn, be familiar, and to realize we work for you. And I think it's important. I really applaud this effort, and I'm supporting it, this effort, so you can all learn exactly what we do, and at least from this important part of it. And just remember, we do work for you. And I'll be available for questions probably up at City Hall. I don't think I have a part in the skit, do I, Judge? No. Okay, so but I'll be available, and possibly if you need to work through the judge to find me, you can do that, or you can contact me. Angela knows how to, or Amanda knows how to get to me. And yeah, so that's it for me.
Thank you, Mayor. And so next, we're going to have the Washington State Patrol Canine Unit come up and do a presentation for you. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves and tell you all about what they do.
Good afternoon. My name is Trooper Rachel Gardner. I'm a trooper with the Washington State Patrol. I've been a trooper for 23 years. Good
afternoon. I'm Trooper Alicia Wachowski. I've been a trooper with the Washington State Patrol for 8 years.
So there's a lot of different jobs inside the State Patrol. Our main function is traffic law enforcement. You'll see troopers, Trooper Weatherwax over here, she's one of our FOB troopers, and those troopers are going to handle collisions on the freeways. They're going to stop cars from speeding, anything that'll occur along there. That's our main function. So you'll see the white cars out on the freeway, and then within the state patrol, there's lots of different jobs that you can hold. I've been lucky enough to be a detective. I've been a part of our SWAT team with the negotiators. I've been on our honor guard. So there's lots of different jobs you can do within the patrol. Both Felicia and I are now canine troopers. How many of you guys have ridden the ferries before? Yeah. How many of you have seen the canine troopers at the ferry terminal? So we work on the Kitsap County side, and there are 5 ferry terminals. There's Bremerton, Baybridge, and Kingston. Those are the business ones. There's one up in Port Townsend, and then Southworth Ferry Terminal. And so we go to all of those, and we screen the vehicles to make sure that nobody's getting on the ferry boats with any explosives, anything that they're not allowed to have on there. A little bit later, we'll do a canine demonstration. But I'm just going to go through and talk about our canine training a little bit. If you guys have questions or you can't hear me, and, just go ahead and ask me your hand and let me know. So all of our canine dogs, we've got explosive dogs, and then we also have narcotic dogs. The narcotic dogs all work on the freeways as with their troopers, and then all of the explosive detection dogs, we work at the ferry terminal. We do get pulled down to the Capitol and sometimes to different places that there are calls for us to go to. All of our dogs are passive response dogs. Does anybody know what that means? A passive response?
Maybe like, well, I don't know exactly, so I probably should.
That's okay. Anybody else? What do you think a passive response would be?
I think that it means like you're totally fine to walk around like with the dog unless you're some sort of criminal or danger.
Okay, so what it actually means is when our dogs are working and they find the odor that they were trained, they've got, like for our explosive dogs, we have quite a few different odors, and our product dogs have different odors that they find. Once they find it, their alert behavior will be to sit. That's passive, they sit. Show us where it is. There are dogs out there that are aggressive response dogs that might scratch or bite when they find, but obviously if you have a dog that's a bomb dog, having them be an aggressive response dog is a good idea. So passive response, it means the dog locates the odor and then they sit. So all of our dogs are trained, well, the majority of our dogs are trained out at our academy in Shelton, and no matter what you train a dog to find, there are shed antler dogs, there are dogs that find. Just watched a video the other day with a dog that can smell gluten, so that was interesting. It really is all the same process to get these dogs trained. So what we do is we start our dogs on a set box. And what is the set box? Can you see it? Well, I'm afraid to move this thing. So the set box has a lid on the top of it. If you were looking at the box from above, and the set box would have several holes, and these are divided inside. So what we'll do when we're first training our dogs, we'll put an aid in, say, in this box, and we will have the dogs naturally want to stick their nose in a hole and figure out what's in there. They'll sniff, and when they get to this odor, we'll give them a toy right away. All of our dogs are toy reward dogs. There are food reward dogs, that's with the ATF. They have a different function. So like my dog, all she cares about is her tennis ball. She will search and I have 5. Too many. My husband is a retired trooper and he was a canine trooper, so we have a retired dog at home as well. And he still is absolutely crazy for his tennis ball. Now, when we go to find these dogs, we do have some vendors that we can buy dogs from, but a lot of times we'll go to the city towns and find dogs. Usually the ones that end up there that are too crazy at home, and then people can't deal with them, they make excellent work dogs for us. They just need a job. We've got everything from lab, shepherds, pit bulls, um, wire hairs, shepherds, or short hairs, German short hairs, I can talk today. German short hairs, German wire hairs, just about anything. Does anybody think about when we're talking about these dogs, what do they use? They're using their nose, right? So what kind of dog, particular breed, what kind of dog would make a good search dog?
So I thought, sorry,
That's okay.
before I heard you say wood, I thought wood, and I immediately thought bloodhound was European.
That's very interesting. Bayward Island actually has a bloodhound. That bloodhound is to find people. For our purposes, while bloodhounds have the most exceptional noses, they're very they're hard-headed and strong. And once they go, and you just have to follow. So we like dogs that also want to work with us. But yes, bloodhounds have the best noses. What about you? Yes. Yeah. What feature? Their faces are a little bit smushed. Yes, a pug or a bulldog, because their noses are so squished. So we do like the dogs with a little bit pointier snout, but again, we're not. We'll take anything. We had 12 pit bulls, I think, at one time, 9 or 12 pit bulls. They're great dogs. We just need medium-sized dogs are what we go for, and um, they just want to play for their toys. So does anybody have questions?
So, could I train my dog to find candies?
Absolutely.
I will find the candy stash.
Yes, absolutely. And it is just that repetition training. We like to find dogs that want to play with a toy, so that is part of our testing process. All of our dogs are toy reward. The ATF does food reward, and that is because they go, a lot of times when they go to scenes where they have to search their very long scenes. And so when you're playing with your dog, like a lot of our dogs like to tug on the toy, it does deplete their energy. So the ATF, they do food reward, so they'll just give a couple pieces of food, and then the dog will be able to move on and they won't get tired as fast. But yeah, the toy is a big part of our training. Did you have a question back there?
I've seen like dogs in like airports sniffing people's bags and security too. Like
Those are explosive detection dogs, and they work through TSA. They get trained outside of our agency. It's a federal agency. We have some people that have been trained by them as well. Yeah, and there are different rules for different places. The airport, there are different rules. Fall under federal rules, so that everybody's luggage and the people can be searched. At the ferry terminal, we screen the vehicles and just anything that might be in the parking lot, but we're not allowed to search people at this time.
yeah, that wasn't
Do you
that
have a
way.
question?
How often do you give them like a win? I know I was in my car once and the trooper came up to me and was like, is it okay if I like hide something on your car so that the dog can get its win so he can get its prize?
Absolutely. So depending on the dog, mine's been working for a while, so I maybe don't put out an aid for her all the time. Maybe once a week. Sometimes I go a couple weeks. We do canine training every Thursday. It does take a lot to keep these dogs going. And to make sure that they know the odor that they're looking for. But yes, we do put them out. That's just a motivational aid because it gets very boring for these dogs, up and down, not finding anything. We do often find fireworks. That's got one of the components that our dogs are trained to search for. Sometimes we find firearms if they've been recently fired. A lot of times people are coming from a gun range, and our dogs will alert on their vehicles because of that. So any other questions? Did she go to get her dog? Okay. So Allie's going to get her dog. She's going to bring it up, and we've got an aid hidden in here. It's behind this stand. One of the odors that we look for. So you can see it back there. So I just have some rules for you guys. When Allie brings her dog up, I need you guys just to be quiet. She's actually going to walk through the rows. So make sure if you can just tuck your feet behind when she comes in and hands in your lap. Please don't pet the dog. Her dog's a little bit newer, so this is good experience for her to be around more people, but she can be a little bit more nervous about people. So I just need you to be quiet. She's going to work through, and she'll come around, and you'll see when she gets over to the metal stand, the alert behavior. Um, we watch for a couple different things, sometimes just their body posture, their breathing. But the final thing you guys will see is that Emma will sit when she finds the odor she's looking for, and then she'll get rewarded at that point. Any questions while we're waiting for her to get her dog?
Are we going to? Are we going to like see them in training, like in like a special training room or something?
Nope, we're just going to do it in here. She's going to come in here and search this room, and then the aid's behind this metal stand here, and she'll find it there.
Cool. Well, would it be good to try to distract the dog for better training or something, or would that not be good?
We do some of that when we're training our dogs. That's a good question. This
Like,
is not the
would-
place for that.
okay.
Just because we're inside and there's so many of you, and she's going to have to go walk so close to you. But yeah, we do some distraction training because it's very noisy at the ferry terminal. The cars are running with the exhaust, and you don't want your dog to be afraid of those kinds of things. And we have issues with those sometimes, but most of our dogs are, once they go out to the ferry and work for a little while, they don't care about it. So, did you have a question in the back, sir?
Oh yeah, do you think the dog would try and like sniff us to see if the odor's on us?
That is something like the TSA dogs that you see at the airports. They are trained to sniff people to look for explosives at the airports. Our dogs are not trained for that. In the state of Washington, it is not legal for us to sniff people at this moment. I think that could easily change, but that's not something that I have any control over.
How long does it take to train the dogs?
So the explosive detection dogs take, is it 16 weeks? Yeah, 400 hours. And then the narcotics detection dogs take a little more than 200. It's different. They have less odors that they're searching for versus our dogs are trained on a multitude of odors. So there's more. It takes longer. Usually a few weeks in, they know whether the dog's going to make it or not, whether they're interested. Sometimes we'll get dogs that seem like they want to play, but really they only want to play with you. And so they don't, like my dog, while she likes to work with me and most of the time won't get very far away from me, if someone else has a tennis ball, she will follow them to go work wherever they've got the tennis ball. So I think Allie's up here. So if you, like I said, she's going to walk in between you guys. So if you just tuck your feet into behind your seats and keep your hands in your lap as she's going by. So some of the things that make it easier for our dogs to find odors are temperature. This nice hot room makes the odor stronger for the dog. When we're at the ferry terminal, we have to think about the way the wind is blowing, because just because my dog's alerting on a car right here, it doesn't mean it's not the car in front of them because the wind's blowing it. The air conditioning in here can change where the odor is coming from. If there was something up in these lights, they might find it over by this. It might come down, be pushed down and cool by a desk. Move out of the way. Very good. You can see she's on the odor. You can hear her sniffing. She's trying to work out where it's coming from. And when I talked about the air conditioning in here can move the odor around, so we want our dogs to get to the strongest source of the odor, and that's where we reward them from. And You had applause. So her dog's name is Emma. And see, all she really wants is that toy. She will work and work and work just to get that toy to play for a little bit. She actually doesn't even care about the toy. She likes to grab the rope and flip it around all the place. After you've seen that, do you guys have any questions about Emma or what you guys saw?
It's just a little question, but is that little like packet?
The
Like,
pouch on the side,
yeah,
that's got
is
the
that it?
odor. Yep.
What
I don't know what that one
is
is.
it?
So our dogs, even though they're considered bomb dogs, they're not looking for bombs. What they're looking for are the components, the black powder or the powder that it's made, or C4, those kinds of things. So it's not the whole bomb that they're looking for. They're looking for components of it. And so that is one of the components that can be used to make an explosive device. And so she's able to smell that. And she would be able to smell that inside of a car if she was outside the car. It's pretty amazing. So a dog's nose, this is one of the things I always tell people. If you walk into a room and there's a bunch of pizzas on the table and you go, ooh, I smell pizza. If the dog walks into the room, they smell the dough, they smell the cheese, they smell the sauce. They might smell the stuff that's in the sauce, the pepperoni. They can smell those individual parts of the pizza because their nose is, even though it's this big, if you open it up, it actually is almost the size of a piece of paper, all the area that they're able to use to smell these odors. Oh, yeah.
Do you get to pet your dog on duty, or do you have to
All
wait
the
until?
time. Me? Do I get to pet my dog? I
Yeah.
pet my dog all the time. She won't leave me alone. Yeah, so it's pretty nice. Our dogs live with us, so we get to take our dog home. They are working dogs, so my dog does not live in the house with me. When she retires with me next year, she'll get to live in the house. But our dogs are. We need to make sure that they know going to work is the fun place. So they need to be excited to go to work. So some dogs are better at that than others. Some dogs have to stay in their kennel all the time. One of my previous dogs was not a fan of other dogs, so she had to stay in her kennel, but all she wanted to do was go to work with me. I think you guys had questions here. Yes, we get to pet our dogs all the time. Best job ever.
What kind of dog is Emma? Okay. And what kind of
I have
dog
a
is
black
yours?
lab as well, although she's a lot blockier than this one. Mine more looks like an English lab.
My two German shepherds at my dad's house, they do Schutzens. So it's kind of sad that, well, one of them did do Schutzens, but she wasn't a good dog because she always gets nervous around people. But our other one, he's I think he's full German Shepherd, and he's a male. It's sad because he loves getting pet, but we're not allowed to pet him.
Oh,
because
they're working. Your dad has them for Schutzens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has there ever been a time where you're like walking your dogs and your dog like smells something and you find out that it's like bomb odor or like a bomb or something after? Yeah.
That hasn't happened to me specifically, but I do know that it's happened to other people where they've found maybe some ammo or some spent shell casings that still have a little bit of that odor. Yeah, that would be a little nerve-wracking if you're just walking your dog. But I don't take her places. She's either at home or she comes to work with me. We go on a walk, but not anywhere that that would necessarily happen. But yes, that would be interesting. I know a lot of people with retired dogs that happens to. In the way back, I think.
Is there going to be any time during your trip here where we can maybe pet the dog? Because I am having serious self-confliction inside myself right now, not being able to pet the dog.
You know what? We're not going to be able to today. Emma is a fairly new dog, and so we don't typically let people pet our dogs. It's just they're there to work, so it isn't something that we'll usually let people do. I think. I'm sorry.
Did you know my last name's also Gardner?
Is it Gardner? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't think that was a question.
Well, I mean,
Can I ask the class a quick question? I'll make it very, very quick. Okay, this is not dog related. Who is the greatest quarterback of all time?
Oh, don't even go there. Who's the greatest quarterback? Do not say Brady. Do not say Brady.
Whoever answers the right answer.
No, don't say it. Do not. You can't bribe people to say Tom. No. Don't do it. You're so funny. That's who he thinks it is. Oh my god. Bribery, bribery. No to Tom. All right.
Can we say thank you to these officers for being here and sharing their job with us? This is amazing. Or say thank you, or a clap, or a wave, or excited thank you. Whatever you want. Thank you. Still there.
Thank you. Oh yeah. Yeah. Or we can take it after school too. Yeah. Okay. So yes.
Okay, scholars, so I need to figure out who's going to be doing this skit with us today. And I'm going to need some people, and I have some props for us. You're already in, John. You can't be another person, Amy. That's so confusing. Okay, I need someone who's going to play the character of Alvin. Benny, you want to be Alvin? Okay. And I need someone who's going to be Barry. Who's going to be Barry? Brady, you want to be Barry? And I need someone who's going to be Calvin. Calvin? Want to be Calvin? Logan, want to be Calvin? Okay. I need someone who's going to be Mary. Mace. I need someone who's going to be John. Oh, Jonathan, you should be John. Yeah, that makes more sense. Jackson, will you be a store clerk? Can you be the store clerk, please? Jackson.
she volunteered. Why don't you let her be the store?
Will you be the store clerk? Jackson seems to be throwing a hissy fit about it, so you can do it. There you go. And then I need someone who's going to be a police officer. A police officer. James? All right. Jonathan, go to your seat, please. Thanks.
Okay, so the person who's going to be the police officer should
James,
come out here.
Go. Next one. You're going to be the police officer. Jackson, do you also want to be a police officer besides James? Sure, you can be.
Okay.
Here's the script.
Okay, one out here.
Mason? There is not, unfortunately.
Okay.
I gave away all the
Come on
names
over
of parts,
here.
okay?
So, who's going to be the police officer? These two are volunteers. So, where did Aaron go? We got two workers. These are your police officers. Okay.
The quarterback for the New England Patriots when they beat the Seahawks in the Super Bowl.
I just know that
He's also won like 10 Super Bowls.
Okay. Let's see.
I just a piece of paper with words on it.
Okay. Let's see.
Well, me and her get a script.
I say, dear Mighty. Okay, here you go.
Dang it! I'm Riley. I'll be a judge. I'll be a judge. Yeah, I'll be a judge. I'll be a judge. So just stay. You get to be with me. What's she doing? I want to be a judge. Other people chances. Dang it! No, we have Mookie as our judge. Why don't we even trust him? Good. No. Just give him a drink. Oh, shit.
All over. Wait.
It's not even on. It's not even on. This one.
This one's on.
Will me and Pearl get a not trying to break any equipment here because I'm a responsible young child. Citizen. What? Oh, of course it's being recorded. I didn't. No! Amy, can I feel your hat again? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I need to remember. I can't. What is time? I don't know. I'm not in charge.
Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go. No, you gotta wing it. If you were the public defender in court, you wouldn't know until they wing it to you what was going on.
Really?
The public defender sometimes you might not know till the morning.
If you are Barry, can you raise your hand? You need to stand up here with Joshua. If you are Alvin, can you raise your hand? You are Alvin? Stand right here. Okay. Alvin!
Irene Alvin. Calvin and Mary. Mary. Listen up. What kind? Come on, be ready. You're lying. John goes into the store while the others wait outside. Comes out eating a brag and back to
Bag.
Barry. Calvin and Mary. Calvin approaches the while Mary goes around. Go, Calvin. Store clerk and Calvin complete the transaction. Calvin and Mary leave and get back in the car. Barry begins to drive. Calvin is in the front seat. Alvin and Mary are in the back seat. Alvin passes it in. Barry. Hold on. Great. Barry, rate your sirens. Go there. Barry slows to a stop. The officer approaches the car.
Who's driving? Hold on a second. Who's driving? No, hold on.
Macy, get in the back.
Okay, hold on.
Jackson, go to the side of the car. Everyone does. Officers search the car without asking permission. Alcohol. No one answers. Pass.
Okay, I need to do it. And the people who just rotate cannot be. Yeah.
You're a jerk. You're a jerk. That's cute.
Hey, you want to be a Joe? No?
Say jury duty. I have lawyers. Wait, which one are you? I'm a defense attorney. Oh, yeah.
So, wait, but this
Now, so, I need Barry and Alvin and Mary. Listen, not Mary, but yes, Mary and Calvin. Okay. So these are your clocks. Okay. So let me have these four chairs. Can I go take another chair? Sit there. There. Down there. And then sit there. So this is your attorneys right here. These are
You can sit in this one instead if you want. If you want to be closer, sit in that one.
Who's Barry? Barry, Alvin, Barry and Alvin, and Mary and Calvin. Barry's the driver. Okay. All right. So, and then you have
Oh yeah, look at it. Oh, right. Yeah. uh, uh, yeah, car theft. Yeah. Drugs, buying alcohol for a mind. Wait, no, that's someone else. Selling cigarettes. Oh, wait, wrong. Shoplifting. Yeah. And searching. Wait, driving with a suspended license. In possession of alcohol. Possession of stolen property too. Yeah. Now. We we oh we acknowledge any forms of formal receding, and yeah, I don't think that was right.
Your Honor, defense counsel is in receipt of the information raised in formal reading, stipulates the probable cause and requests the court may plead of not guilty to the defendant at this time.
Yeah.
Can we get rid of that door? Officers. Two officers. Four. You're being called.
They call Officer Jackson to recount what he had witnessed.
Yeah, they were both officers.
Oh yeah, both officers. Yeah. Jackson.
Worst FPO ever. Objection.
Were there any adults yelling or like saying just were there any adults there? Was this very hard? Did you notice any signs of intoxication on any of the other members? Did anyone turn any
Objection. Argumentative objection. The-
Oh,
okay. Okay. Officer Gardner searched the car without a warrant, and he uh, he just didn't have a he didn't have permission to search the car, which is illegal. Fourth Amendment, constitutional rights. Fruit of the poisonous tree. Ooh. I don't know. I'm just looking at it, so I look cool. Okay.
the officer searched the car in what was contained.
Oh shoot! You guys never told me this.
Alright, well, the officer searched the car in what was contained. If you look through the window and they didn't search the car like inside.
Amendment in the Constitution gives all U.S. citizens rights to like, have to give permission to get their car searched. So, as you know, Officer Gardner did not give a my client did not give Officer Gardner their consent to have their car searched. I want all evidence of alcohol to be stricken from the record. Thank you.
Try it again. After this,
All right. So, Officer Brown, right? How many years have you been working as an officer? How many hours? All right. How many hours? What kind of qualifications? What kind of qualifications do you have? Oh yeah. Officer Brown, can you please recall what you do my Objection.
usually cars, the windows, you can't see inside them clearly. How would you see drugs and stolen food? Please explain. Objection. How would you know the food was stolen? Oh, oh. My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. Officer Brown, did you see anyone particular holding typically trying to hide them? Officer Brown, did you do sobriety check on the driver? Alright, your witness. Officer Brown. Round and pound, man, you can all hear you, man. Officer Brown, I work usually requires you to come back to you.
Order in the car.
Martin. Barry, do you borrow your uncle's car often? Okay, okay. Good. How did he say directly to you that you could use his car? How was that verbally or implied that you At what time was this in the day? You said yesterday. At what time of day did you ask to use this car? Did you use this car to get to school? Did you mention to your uncle at all that you were going to be going to the mall? Okay. Okay, Barry, did you ask? Wait. Did your uncle know that you were borrowing the car that day? No further questions. Thank you. Oh, no further questions. Thank you. Barry. Stand up, girl. Oh, okay. Barry, right? Yeah, Barry. So, you got uncle. I mean, you got permission from your uncle, right? That ring? Why would you report it stolen? Barry, how old is your uncle? Barry, quiet. Barry, how old is your uncle? All right. Let's go get your uncle, right? Oh, so your uncle's something too, right? Alvin was in possession of alcohol? Yeah, we have. There is officers around Alvin. We can't get their own hands. You may be. Wait. Go back to your seat, witness.
All right, so the defense and the prosecutor, they're going to prepare to do their closing arguments now, and then the jury will. Uh,
Closing argument, here we go.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, here in the King degree we have a stolen vehicle, consumption of alcohol that can be proven. We have the owner of the vehicle has never issued, causing the number. Like, you can't be true. And so we ask that you find my client not guilty.
All right, Jerry, how long is Mr. Gindy? Go, 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 we'll help you. Keith, what do you think? Is the jury gonna find them guilty? Yeah, probably. Oh, yeah.
I didn't go down with no fight.
Oh, you're not going down without a fight? Okay. No, officers fighting?
Chi Chi Man. We should have the Chi Chi Man go up. Hey, Tyler, where's the Chi Chi Man? I do. Objection. Whoa.
So while we're waiting on the jury, we have Mrs. Brown. Mrs. Brown's gonna talk to you guys about some of the things that he saw and the trip.
I just all cornered that horse.
Yes, yes. Eyes up front.
All right, so I mean, I think the first thing we need to talk to the judge about the performance of court allowing my witnesses to remain in court. All right, did anybody know why you would want to do that? If you have the two officers that were involved in the room, and then you have all four defendants being in the room, anybody see an issue that might come up?
One thing to a full story, and then with the other people, if the other defendants accusatory and go along with it.
Very close, very good. So what he's talking about is that I may not remember something, or I may not have seen something. If I hear my partner say that I saw this, maybe I also remember something and I was saying something. From a prosecution or a defense standpoint, are there other people you guys think that maybe we should have heard from? Well, talk to the defense.
The other witnesses.
You know that.
Maybe I feel Alvin because realistically, Barry did testify against him, so we should have heard from Alvin who did a better story.
What about in relation to the cause?
I think we should have got like a statement from Barry's uncle because he because he recorded his whole story and we don't really have any medical records to prove that he actually has any memory problems.
Right? Poor guy, he's completely slandered in court. He's old. He's 62 or however old. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to feel a little bit of a personal attack.
On this piece of paper that oh yeah, and also the store clerk reported that there had been shoplifting at their store. So yeah.
So this kind of goes to what we have to do as police officers. We have to have the whole story, right? The prosecution, because over here, we're going to want to make sure that we have talked to everybody and we don't have any holes in our story. But if there are holes in our story and we haven't done what's called our due diligence, Anthony's job is to poke holes and identify things that we have not done, or things that we've done inappropriately. So LT, what do you think about that vehicle? I think it probably wasn't a great idea. Yeah. Yeah. She's moving why?
Well, why is this important? Because everyone has rights. We have something that you have an expectation of privacy in the vehicle. Even the police can't go in there and make you have to control privacy. But this whole scenario is a little foggy there. So that's why the search not the best thing to do, but the whole situation wasn't very good. Case like that, there's no other stuff. I'm gonna have a hard time saying it. That means there's no time. And that means because it's public safety, you have to do something right then and there. But was there exigency? Did the police have time on that stop to wait and slow that down? Because there was traffic? I think it's interesting you can't see through the window yet.
Because I can look through that window, through my window, and see into my car. Real quick, the jury's coming back. But this is, the point that Chief Woman is bringing up is that white details are important. So when we talk to our teams and they write their paper, it isn't, I stopped buried in a car and kept spilling stuff. I stopped him because I followed him for half a mile. The vehicle was moving in and out of the lanes, across the 10 lanes twice, and I stopped him and smelled the odor of marijuana. I recognized the odor of marijuana because I was in the narcotics officer for 4 years. And the time that I'm in the narcotics cases and influence, and I looked in the vehicle, I saw this and that. And the reason I could see him in the vehicle is because there's no tint on it. Don't give him the opportunity. Again, these are still good guys. I'm not down with the Costco defense, but I did it. But their job is to protect your rights against the government for trying to violate those rights if you don't do it appropriately. And we are doing our job correctly. We're writing down and documenting it. But I don't have a defense officer. 18 months down the line and say, how could you see in my client's car if the windows were tinted? I'm not going to let it. That's so sad.
All right, I bring you back.
Later.
Hold on, later. Loud and loud so we can hear you. Because we all want to hear what you have to say. We're just waiting for the outcome of the case.
I was elected as a foreman of the jury. We came to a unanimous decision that all charges of alcohol have been dropped, but all other charges are still set. They are. Huh? What's the G word? Guilty. Just like him. Just like him.
So, does defense wish to poll the jurors?
Does the defense wish to what the jury?
Poll the jurors.
Yeah.
Okay. It was a unanimous verdict.
So that means
Everyone voted.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. So, thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this skit and the law forum, the youth and law forum that we put on today. This is our first one here. I've done many of these in Pierce County as with the Pierce County Minority Bar Association. We're thankful that we are in partnership today with our local NAACP, which is the oldest civil rights organization, and the city of Bremerton, to be able to be here and to share this time with you and to be able to talk about the different branches of government and also understanding how things work here at the municipal court and the different roles that you see in the court and in our justice system. And really, it's important for you to know that you're sixth graders now, but soon peer pressure and those things do increase with time. So introducing you to this scenario, it was definitely fun, but an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to hear from law enforcement, an opportunity to interact with attorneys here, public defenders that work, and our retired judge, Judge Hutt. Thank you for being here and helping today. So I want you to take this experience and know that if you are to encounter law enforcement, if you do find yourself being pulled over, you understand what is supposed to take place and how to interact with law enforcement. And that's really important. And then to know that at that time, it's not the time to be argumentative, but to hear, listen, and respond appropriately. And then you know that you have the opportunity to be heard in a court of law. So thank you. And I know you have to leave us now. It's been fun. Any questions before we leave? Okay, time for 2 questions.
Okay, 2 questions, and then so Judge, but if it would be okay, I'd love for Judge Martin to stay there and I'm to come up front with one group photo. And we'd love to have you in that photo and any officers, anyone else in the room that wants to be part of the photo. Okay, that would be great. 2 questions. Benny, you have your hand up first, and then Jackson. That's all we have. Maybe voting at the end if you are. Okay. Oh, then you. Jackson, I really would like. I'm kind of guilt for your mouth.
So there's 2 parts of policy we have. We have against policy. This would have been over and everybody just doing the power there because it's about government. This is really fast. And so the jury goes out and they talk about things and look at the issues and then they come back with the verdict. If they wasn't unanimous, they could come back and set the jury on and get continuing on the decision and they would have taken it. But usually the best way to battle is to find someone in contempt or order in court, like when you got this problem. But if people in the courtroom, well, that's good up there, I've been blaming myself, so I've been fired back. That's all.
Jackson, do you have questions? Well, good. Quick question, and then we're gonna get our picture. Go ahead.
And here's what I would say. This scenario normally would have been the defense would have brought in a motion way before they had filed to get out of that evidence based on this thing. So it probably would not have been that based on this fact.
So then that question.
Sometimes you don't want to hear.
Doesn't happen.
There's your rights that are given to you. You have the right to remain silent. You call witnesses to testify on behalf, or you can testify on your own behalf. Not testify on you can just say right there, you're not testifying on behalf.
All right, scholars. Let's organize ourselves right here. Let's organize ourselves right here. Let's go. Right here. Amy, face me. Brandon, turn your body around. I can hear you. I'll take it. I can send it to you. Are you sure? As many as you want. Okay, y'all, we need to squeeze in and make more than one row. Remember how we lined up downstairs? Some of you, yep, squeeze in. We're going to look right over here. Look where my phone is.
You ready? Almost. There we go. There you go.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks so much. Oh my gosh, they're great. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Class. Yeah. I need everyone listening. Do not touch anything else. We need to say one big thank you on the count of 3 to everyone. This is a blanket thank you because there's so many people in this room that made this day awesome. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Good. Next, listening. We are going to get any belongings that we left in the other room, putting on our jackets, and we are going to walk downstairs and get onto the bus. I don't know exactly where the bus is. We will find out when we get down there. It's yellow. Can't miss it. So we are walking with Mr. Kinsey to get anything from the other room that you left in there. Say thank you, and let's get moving. That way.
We're hiring.
Amy, yeah. Yeah. So great. Thanks.
What a day. Thank you.
Not the selling man. Moving on, man. So who bought it involved? The one that did sell it. I know. Oh, yeah. That is a crazy one. Hey, I'm Doug, by the way. Nice to meet you. Hey, take care. Yeah.